Okay, Love and Hip Hop Miami is back, and this is season 4, episode 1. Miami is the moment. All right, we in the 305 live, and we get to start off with none other than the baddest, Diamond Princess, Trina, and her family um, is on the yacht. Of course, Bobby is there, and um, Joy. Joy. We love seeing Joy. Bobby, he just Bobby lights. I guess we love to see him too because he just is too much. Like, oh my god, like I could just see Trina. I know she just be like, this fool is just so annoying, but you just can't never leave him home because he's just gonna show up anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he be probably doing to her all the time. So that's why she just said, okay, come on, be on the show. God damn it, just here, do your own thing. And he just said, sure. Hey y'all, it's Bobby. But anyway, they on the yacht, they enjoying themselves, and her boo been going steady for the last few years, so things is going good on her end. Remember she lost her mother last season, and but things, she not like so depressed or nothing like she was back then. She just getting back to working, and she has a show coming up, but it's gonna be in Atlanta because I think her publicist or somebody moved there. And because of COVID reasons, it just had to be there. But it's like the 21st anniversary of the baddest. Boom, mm, who's bad? Everybody loved. That was like probably her biggest CD. Her claim to fame. Besides, you don't know Nam, but it was the baddest bitch. Okay, we all know that. We know it. Um. So yeah, everything good for her. Then we flip to new people alert, new person alert. We got Noriega, Nore, Mr. Nori, rapper from back in what was this, the 90s, early 2000s. And nowadays he got that show Drink Champs, which y'all can watch on YouTube, where everybody it's like celebrity interviews with different people, and they take shots or whatever, almost like the other, they, it's a whole bunch of them, but that show got some million followers and it's going good for him and his people. And what's going on with him besides sticking around in show business? They show him with Swiss and Timberland. They talk about verses and these things, just kind of showing him working in his light. And lady pulls up, she get on out the car, go in the building and say, yo, you ready? Time to go. She like, oh, for real? Who is that? That's Miss Neary. That is his wife. They've been married for, what they say, over 15 years or so. Long time. They got 3 kids. And she is the boss. She keeps the house in order and in check, and she got to make sure Mr. Nori is in check. And she got her own thing going, businesses. And in order to keep things smooth, she needs him to kind of help her with a few things. And what does those things include? Hey, can you help out with the kids just a little bit? Can you pick up, Junior here and go to practice over there, And he, on his end, is like, I do a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't know what the heck she's talking about. But, happy life, her happy wife, happy life. So they're going to have to figure that out. Okay. And then, who else we got? Suki, Miss Sukiana. She popped up on the scene. She got a show going on, and then we know how Suki get down. Hood rat with the fat cat, okay? Like, she got millions of names. We did. But she out there doing her thing, touring, making that money. COVID has not slowed her down, not one bit. I think she hit almost 1 billion, if I'm not mistaken. She did a couple interviews here and there because she hopped on OnlyFans. She been moving and grooving, okay? Like, mama ain't stopped. I was in Miami around April, and I was trying to catch her and Trina and Trick. Well, actually anybody, but I didn't see nobody but Peter. And that's a whole nother gig or another story. But, and Peter Thomas, that is. Not Peter Guns, because that's in New York, and We ain't looking for him. And you know, Suki got a new boo. He just as ratchet as her. They fiance, ready to get married, ready to have more kids, talking about Tornado. He said, no, how about Sharnado? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what her regular kids' names is, but she notices that with this new fame that she got, she always gone from home, which means I got to leave the babies at home. And how we gonna bring more babies if we gotta, I still gotta attend to the ones I got. So, but other than that, Suki is moving and grooving, and we love to see her. So we gonna see how she get down this season. All right. So, new character alert, and that is Ace Hood. Now, Ace Hood is a rapper. We know he had a few hits here and there, and he was signed with DJ Khaled, I believe, at some point back when he was doing his thing, or at least when he was on the charts, should we say, or just out and about. But, things in his career just slowed down just a tad, but not too much because he is still working. Thing is, well, before we get into that, he's married, he does have a kid, and he lives pretty much a normal life like he should, family man. But pretty much, I guess it was a big deal with him and DJ Khaled split. I guess when it comes to the blogs, they like to exaggerate things. But pretty much for him, he just said they kind of grew apart, and he just kind of wanted to do his own thing versus doing what do you mean, commercial music, which is pretty much surface level, whatever that gets the charts, that gets the people popping. That's kind of what they pick out of, when they make a whole album, it's what, like 10, 12 songs, and only maybe 5 out of those will probably hit the charts. 3 to 5 of those will hit the radio or something to that nature. And pretty much for him, it's like, right, they pick all the, it's called commercial or whatever you want to call it. But basically, he just wanted to go a whole nother route, and independent labeling, it does work for some people, and it looks like it's working out for him. So, kudos to Ace Hood. We'll just see what he brings to the table. These new people, we get them on here, and either we like them and they'll stay, or we just enjoy them while they're here, and then they'll fade away. Like, what I'm saying? They just won't come back on the next season. So we'll see when it comes to Ace Hood. Noriega, I feel like, he might got a little something there. So we'll see where that goes. Because, the wife, usually when you got the wife and things like that, yeah, you got something there. So, and then we finally get Trick Daddy, of course. He is doing his thing on the radio, the Trick and Trina show. And they kind of asked him about Trina, like where she at, because she's actually not there or at work, per se. Well, you know what I'm saying? She has to go to Atlanta for her show. And he's talking about, I ain't talked to Trina. Like, I don't know, she ain't been answering my phone calls, so I ain't studying her for Gary, how she be. So they're like, yeah, she ain't got time for you and all this stuff, So they flipped to Trina, and she's on her way. She landed in Atlanta, and she's trying to figure out what's going on with this show. She switched up her team, her management team. So Julian, remember, he wasn't doing right last season, and I think he was potentially stealing money is what she accused him of doing, but we don't know the ins and outs of that. I think it was a miscommunication and a mismanagement handling of the money. But either way it go, she fired him, and she got 2 new people, and I think that's Corey and Katie. So, but they ain't doing exactly, perfection, like, Trina would like them to be. Like, some things ain't all the way put together, but, the show got to go on. And in the midst of this, they're like, so where is Trick at? They call Trick, and he is still in Miami. Talking about some, I wasn't invited. And they said, you wasn't invited? Like, who forgot to send the memo out to Trick? Like, management team, you supposed to get the memo like a week ago. you're supposed to be here. Like, I don't do my shows without you because they like a package deal. If y'all ever kind of figure that out, wherever he goes, she go. Wherever he, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of vice versa. Or even if they by themselves, they always bring them. They got to talk about each other. So she's like, "What the heck is going on? The show, Trick got to be here." So Trina is talking to Joy about her relationship, and she don't have no kids. Everybody know Trina. She been single on and off for years, and just never really had no kids. And I think with this dude, it's on the table. You know what I'm saying? She been thinking about it. Should she do it? Should she not? Um, Only thing about it, I think, is because she's getting a little older. So she said, if I don't do it this year, I got like a 2-year window. So she giving herself, and and then her mom is gone. So she's like, I don't know, if I have a kid, they won't have grandma around. I mean, they'll have his grandma, but they won't have her mom. And she just feels a little bit a ways about that, because we know that was like her best friend. That was her, her main family. Everybody, your mother is like number one. So when they're gone, it's something different, right? Um, so, but at least she's thinking about motherhood for herself. You know what I'm saying? She has not shut down the idea. Okay, cool. That's something new for Trina. Um, then we get to Ace Hood again. He is with his wife. We get to see her. Her name is Sheila Marie. She has her own business. She does, it's like a holistic woman's empowerment type deal. I forget the name of it. Sorry about that. But if you watched it, then of course you caught it. Look it up. Go visit. Join the club or whatever. Things look well for her. She supports her man 100%. I guess in the times where he was switching over, um, from DJ Khaled, major label, to independent. When these rappers have these wives or girlfriends, most of the time they stay at home. They're not in the studio. They're not at the meetings. They're not in the business like that. So when she's coming around and she has opinions, some of those people just probably didn't like it so much because, she's a strong woman and she just had to say something in support of her man, and it is what it is. Their bond is pretty strong. They're married. They got a kid, and like I said, she supports him 100%. Whatever he wants to do, he supports her. They got each other back, and it looks like life is well for them. So go ahead, Ace Hood. We'll see what's their problem besides him and his music. Pretty much. His mother. So he does have a little issue. That is it. His family life isn't the way he grew up in the hood and everything. It puts strain on some relationships, and that relationship will be with his mother. So he do want to sit down and talk to her, so they should hash some things out. Then they flip back to Noriega, and he's hanging out with his friends. It look like they're in Little Havana, getting some cigars, sucking on the Cuban or whatever. And, they bring up the fact, like, his life, the wife, not only, like, I think she had a fashion line or something she said in the car, but I didn't hear the juice bar part. I probably missed that. But the juice bar is not done. Like, they're trying to build it up from scratch, and it ain't done. It's the trash dump at this moment. But she can't do being at work and take care of the kids. So he having a problem with that because he's so old school. He wants her to just sit and take care of the kids at home while he go out and fetch the money. You bring home the meat, you cook it, babe, and you milk the babies for whatever, or whatever. That sounded really bad, but y'all know what I meant. So I'm just laughing with the fellas. They like, well, hey, you have to step up and be Mr. Mom, and he like, yeah, I guess so. But he don't want to. So Ace Hood trying to make everybody cry on the first episode. Jeez, oh peas. He go back to his old neighborhood, say hi, to the kids and the neighbors. He likes giving back to his community, so that's a good thing about him. And him and his mom actually meet up and they just have a little talk. And you know, she just kind of breaks down how she was feeling. When he switched from a major label to independent. We all know that major label, they give you money, right? They say, here's $1 million, make the music, and then we will pay you when you do your shows and whatever royalties or whatever you made in your deal. But when you're independent, you go to the studio and you have to pay like out your pocket, and it's paid for. Let me get the hour, let me get the 2 hours, and then you gotta go and find somebody to make the CD and somebody, like, what I'm saying. You gotta pay out of pocket for that. Major label will do all that for you. So the money different. So with his mom, she done did, like, not all moms, but there are some crazy ass moms out there who, if the kid, I don't know, turns into a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever, they get rich. They pretty much want the kid to take care of them, right? So when the kids say, "Hey, mom, I might not can give you, 5,000 this month." Well, they're just throwing out numbers. I might not can give you 10,000 this month. It might have to be 5. And she like, "Wait, what? But I need not, mama. You don't need this. You don't need that." And then here go the argument. And she said he don't hung up on her. So she was crying and was mad, and they ain't talked for a minute. But now that they starting to talk and get back on track, she trying to tell him, like, not only was the money not right for her, the girlfriend that he married, his wife, they don't get along. So she like, I think it was the girlfriend's fault. You know what I'm saying? She took you, she made you quit this and that, and yeah, I don't like her, stuff like that. She made you do all this stuff. The voodoo witch, she took you away from me, how. And then see, some mothers be like that too. Like, some lady done stole their baby. Like, you do know they got to grow up and they got to leave and they got to do what they got to do. So, Ace was like, my mom grown now, and you just gonna have to accept her because I love her and she make me happy, and it is what it is. And do you know that she had a miscarriage? We lost the baby a month or so back. And she like, oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. And she brings up the fact that he lost actual a child that was actually birthed with his previous relationship. He has kids. I think he said twins, and one of them, named Lyric, actually lost her life at some point due to maybe illness or so. And it was a hard time for him, so he was crying and everything. And so I'm like, oh, dang, Ace trying to get us the tear jerk already. But the mama said, it was a hard time for everybody, and she just hopes that maybe him, or not him, but her and Sheila Marie can get back on track and, be that daughter-in-law and mother-in-law friendship instead of, she don't want to be a monster-in-law. Like, who wants that? Okay, so Trina is getting on with her show, or not her show, it's more like it was an anniversary party because she was unable to perform. I think they said something, the stage, the venue, something wasn't right, so all they can do is just play her music. So anyway, it went off without a hitch. In Atlanta, there's plenty of celebrities there to show up for her, and there's plenty of people to buy the tickets. So it went off without a hitch, and of course she wore her signature diamonds because she is the diamond princess, and she looked great as always. And then we flip to Sukihana. Miss Suki, she is meeting up with her mom actually now. Her mom, she looks good. She probably is a young mom, or was a young mom, so I wouldn't give her past, like, she's definitely not in, like, no 50 or no 60s or something. Definitely maybe a good 50 or so, but not a 60. She don't look like she is 60. But anywho, Miami Tip, she was actually helping Sukihana get on her feet and establish some things for her, these shows and whatever. But on the side, Suki said, well, I want my mama, you know, I trust her, you know, she doing everything for me, you know, she birthed me, so why wouldn't she be the perfect person to help me out? So her mom is cool with her job being the momager, but she trying to tell Suki, like, you know, maybe you should change just a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of something. Like, you a little bit much, okay? Like, can we just tone Suki down just a tad? And she's like, mama, like, this is just me. This is what I do, you know, loud, live, and in color, okay? And then she say, I want some more kids, like me and my boo. I want like maybe 3 or something like that. And mama said, what? 3? Girl, no. You need to deal with the ones you got right now. Talk about 3 more kids. And plus, we got work to do. And of course, she brings up, you know, Cardi just had a baby. She did it. She was twerking on the stage. Young Miami was doing it too. She was getting it. Old girl was getting it in the prison. So, I mean, hey, it can be done as long as she got some people to help her to do it. And look like mama, you there to help, and she got her boo, and you know, she got the money now, she rich, ching ching, nanny, okay? So anyway, she just be extra, and she kind of just blow up like, I'm leaving. Her mama like, wait, baby, wait, come back. It's like, nah, cut the camera, and I'm like, okay. She just being extra as hell, at least for this moment, because come on, I ain't that serious. She know how to make TV. But that was the first episode, so we still got a few more people to get to, like Amada. I don't know if Shay gonna be here, Pleasure P, like those type people. Any Pretty Ricky boys. I don't know, cause you know they got in some trouble. Baby Blue, whoa. I don't know. So we'll get there. We'll see who else we got on the screen and have some fun with this one. Miami Love and Hip Hop VH1. Peace out. Season 4.